to be huge.
It's just a whole new team, essentially. Here we go. Eminem, 8 Mile.
I think there's a new song for SOS in round 3.
Yeah. It's getting a little gangster on us.
I like it.
Going to change things up. 5-1 against Bomber, unofficial.
Wow.
A lot of ladder games won.
Yeah. We still don't know what exactly unofficial means.
I'm guessing it's just like online.
It's got to be just like
tournaments.
online cups, right?
Even like Kesper Cup qualifiers or Star League qualifiers.
Yeah,
or,
I guess that might be counted too.
That could be, because it's not like a televised match.
We like to joke around about it a bit, but it's probably like a very serious scenario where he actually defeated Bomber.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
But yeah, SOS, he's played a lot of games here. He's 8-8. Kind of reminds me of Zest, you know? He's got like going 50-50. He started off really well, but you know, not really doing amazingly. Here's Bomber. He's only played 3 games so far for 2015.
One of the coolest songs we've had out here, actually. That Kill Bill song.
Yeah.
I love it. And it suits him. You know, he's coming here to kill. If he can get this win, he's going to be taking it home for SBENU, man. And I wouldn't be able to believe it. I never would have expected that today.
Didn't expect it, but who could have? You know, all these guys are really showing up today. You really got to hand it to them. And definitely going to be favoring SBENU in the future if they can close it out here. But let's see. If SOS can pull out something tricky, maybe take the game off a Bomber, we go to that ace match that we wanted. We missed the ace matches yesterday. God damn it, I want them today.
Yeah, well, this is the match to do it in, because we're certainly not going to get it from Prime versus KT Valdez.
Well said, Wingblade. Let's jump in. Well, let's not jump in just yet. Let's go to predictions first. Ooh, 3-3. Me and you going for Bomber, as well as the middle guy, the caster over there on the Korean desk. And the 2 analysts for the Koreans, as well as Wolf, going for SOS. Split halfway down, but guys are coming to the game right now on Echo. Here in the top left in the green for the Generic Green Wings, it is SOS. Not looking too confident.
He must be a little bit nervous. He was not expecting it to go like this. And then in the bottom right, we do have Bomber. Player that went down to Moonglade at IM Cologne 2011.
No, man, that's cool.
Just kidding.
You did it. You did it once.
Just living in those heydays, Valdez. What can I say, man?
Yeah. Can't blame you. Bomber's a fantastic player. Well, SOS actually favored here amongst the fans, even with all the SBENU employees voting. You gotta always factor that in.
You always have to. There's quite a lot of them here, and I'm sure they're on their phones voting them in. Bomber, actually an interesting color this game. I don't think we've actually seen pink picked up much at all, ever. This is like the first time, Valdez.
You know, I don't know.
I can't remember seeing this color before.
Maybe Samsung is supposed to be pink.
Really?
But definitely not SBENU.
Bomber's just doing his own thing, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh, whatever. Who cares
like,
about team colors?
He's like, I'm Red Bull. I can do whatever I want.
I'm technically playing for SBENU, but I got my Red Bull hat on. He actually doesn't have it on today.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. We're actually going to see CC first out of him.
All right. I kind of expected this from Bomber. He is that kind of player to go for the gritty openings. And I'm sure if he finds the opportunity, we'll see him pull the boys. You know, it happens just so much. Did you actually get to see it much in GSL when you casted him?
I think he did it once.
Once?
Maybe once, I think.
Okay. All right.
And he dominated with it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Just wasn't able to handle it.
Been a while since I've actually seen him play TVP specifically. Good to know he's still doing it there.
Yeah. Very excited to see what he can do here. It's a 2-player map, Echo.
Now, I'm curious to see what SOS wants to do on this map. You know, you could get away with a sneaky third base, you know, on the map if you want to go for that kind of gimmick style again, but I don't think he will. Not anymore. It's been advertised a little too much.
Especially on this map, it's not too big, so even if you go like top right or bottom left, you get a safe drop at a Bomber that sees it, basically. It's not out of the way at all.
That is a good point, yeah. It's just not that safe on this kind of map. You just leave that on Cactus Valley, perhaps.
Yes. Bomber going for 3 racks after his CC first. We saw this a lot, actually, when he faced Pack. I think he may have done that actually all 3 times. It's just a very safe build to open up with. You get a lot of infantry out after the CC first.
Yeah.
You get your economy going. You get a lot of units. The only thing that's delayed really is your tech, of course.
I like this build the most out of the CC first against Protoss because you're just immune to any sort of all-in. Like, Mass Blink Stalker not going to work against this. You're just going to have way too much bio.
Yeah. Unless the Terran messes up.
Yeah, unless he really messes up. There's always that chance, but there's also no backdoor to this main base either, so Blink Stalkers aren't that effective.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy back there. SOS just playing a very normal build back at home, just getting that Nexus up after Gateway. Core, of course. And he will throw down a Twilight Council.
Okay.
Let's see what he decides to go with here.
Twilight.
Now, the reason I'm not just saying straight up like hero build, okay, you're going to go into Blink and then Robotics, is because SOS is a very tricky player. You never can be 100% sure with this guy.
It could be like Twilight into Robo into Dark Shrine, DT drop. You know that I'm pretty sure we've actually seen him do that recently as well. Like he'll mix it up big time. This means nothing until we see what happens next, Valdez.
Yeah. And you can get away with it in Pro League, especially with these best-of-1s. You take one quick game. It always works in his favor as well because players know like he's going to be doing something sneaky probably. So, but I'm just not sure what it is, and Protoss has so many different ways to go about it. So
yeah, they have a lot of options. He's going for Blink, but he's not chronoing it out, so he's going to take his time with it. It's not a Blink rush by any means, simply maybe a safety Blink upgrade while he cranks out those probes.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Robotics follow up, and there it is. So we actually will be seeing that kind of straight-up hero play here out of SOS.
Oh, not a bad choice. He's up against a pretty good player, but he's shown how he's played these TVPs recently, and you are in this dangerous match, this match point for SBENU. You cannot afford to throw it away on a gimmick or a cheese or anything that might not be safe enough.
Yeah, that is true. So Bomber back at home, he's just playing straight up safety after the CC first. He gets an engineering bay, puts down a turret, makes a bunker, will eventually get his upgrades. Like we said, the tech is going to be delayed with this build, but he's just playing safety first, wants to sit back on 2 bases. He's even going to scan. He hasn't been able to get much of a scout. This is going to be a very good scan, seeing the timing of the robotics facility and those 2 gates.
It's good because it shows that SOS did go for a tech first. You know, he didn't just go straight into Robo. He went for most likely going to be Blink, considering he hasn't seen an Oracle on the map at all at this point.
Yeah. So Bomber gonna, with that engineering bay, get a little bit ahead in his upgrades for now. No forwards yet out of SOS.
Oh man, look at that! Next time we get a look at SOS's natural, just look at where he put those gateways. I'm kind of worried for that. That's going to be really awkward for him to try and defend his main base from drops.
Yeah, I was seeing that. Those units can get bunched up, especially those clunky Protoss units. One Colossus goes the wrong way, and all of a sudden it's dead.
Yeah.
That can lose you the game
if
Bomber puts on a lot of aggression.
Bomber, though, he's taking his sweet time with this. He's playing so defensive right now. You know, he's got so much bio in the main base.
Yeah.
Just waiting for anything to come his way while he sets up everything in. His production, while on the way, adding his 4th and 5th racks now, but Medivacs are being cranked out. And the harassment with Blink Stalkers at the front, gonna get a couple of Marines, but that's it.
Yeah. I kind of like the way that Bomber's playing, just safety first, up against SOS in a best-of-1. It's not a bad idea. He just doesn't want to die to anything, but of course, with this kind of safety, his third base is going to be a little bit later even than the Protoss is. SOS getting that out here. We finally see the CC coming down here for Bomber. But SOS is going to see the timing and be like, oh, that's okay. This is cool.
Yeah, Bomber's going to probably have to look for some damage sooner. I think he's just waiting for these Medivacs to come out. Then he'll begin to move out in the map, push these Stalkers back, and try to harass something. But there's going to be a couple of Colossus out by the time he gets to at least the 3rd base of SOS.
Yeah.
He's going to go for a drop.
I think SOS even saw that double drop coming out with his Observer. Bomber, unfortunately, hasn't seen that Observer on the map. And with Blink and this many Stalkers, you're going to do a great job defending this. He's already getting those into position.
Well, here we go. He actually used the boost a little too early on these medivacs. I'm kind of worried for that. It'll take a little while, and SOS should be in position for this.
Yeah, he can't drop that. I think the safe play, just take out the pylon, back off. That is what he will do.
Going to give Bomber the chance to move out into the map, though. He's going to stem forward. Start harassing just a little bit, but look how much bio is coming across the map as well. Such a marine-heavy lineup.
Yeah, if you'll notice what SOS is doing, he had a very fast third base, and now he's trying to get Storm out in a ton of gates. He does not have a lot of Colossi. Wow. And Bomber could find a bit of a timing here if he can catch out a couple of these Colossi in a bad position.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming from a lot of different angles.
There's actually no sentries at all in this composition either, which is very dangerous for SOS. Bomber's going to have a great opportunity here.
Yeah, he's also got that +1, whereas SOS has no upgrades. But at the same time, Bomber does have a very heavy Marine force. And once that third Colossus comes out, SOS could get some nice swipes on them. It looks like Bomber's going to take the safe route and just go for some drops and pressure that way.
It's going to give him the chance to split up this Protoss army, maybe try for the third base. Still no sentries for SOS. This is really dangerous, mind you. And he gets some nice feedbacks off. But it's not going to be enough to slow this down.
The Widowmine coming in. Let's see.
Oh, wasted. Wasted Widowmine. If that hit probes, he would have struck gold, Valdez.
Ooh, look at this. Perfect observer placement by SOS. He's the other two drops coming out. Looks like Bomber's going to take the very safe route, go down, and then to the left.
Oh, yeah.
All the way around.
He did see those 3 drops head north as well, so SOS will be expecting this, but there's not actually much there to defend until these Warpins come in. 6 Zealots, Colossus, and an Archon.
Yeah, he needs those Archons right now. He's going to have Storm, which is going to be pretty huge.
Yeah, he's got 1 in the third base, 2 in the third base, actually. But, you know, if we see Bomber go from 2 angles into this third base, he could actually just deal with this army.
Oh, yeah, he can. Looks like he's going to try to pull that Protoss army out of position and come up the natural. Those 2 Colossus, just like we were saying with the gateways, but he's not committing to it. He's not committing to it just yet. I think he's realized now he can easily just stem in and take those out. Okay, he's going to go for it. He's going to take out 1 Colossus, 2 Colossus. A lot of this Protoss army out of position, but a big Storm there.
The saving Storm. That had 1 HP left on that, that Templar as well. But Bomber getting some really nice trades, getting down 1 of the Colossus.
Another Colossus goes down, and still more bile remains. Uh-oh.
This is actually looking fantastic for Bomber. SOS is in shambles right now. Those mines are in a great place. He's just going to deal with these Zealots at the third base, so he can maybe get something done here.
Again, the Protoss still has no upgrades against 1-1 Terran.
Big mine hit again. That Colossus is very exposed.
There's no more here for SOS. The last Colossus goes down, and only Zealots remain against this 1-1 bio, and I think we just saw Bomber win the game.
I think we
Looks
see
like
SBENU.
He's going to do it.
SBENU's going to beat Jin Air.
GG, SBENU will win 3-1 on the back of their 3 veteran players.
How about that? The 3 old school players on the team lifting. And I'm so happy to see this, Valdez.
Yeah, man, what a story for today. Great work from the SBENU boys. Fortunately, a bit of an embarrassing game from Myungsu, but that's okay. He can bounce back.
Pretty embarrassing from SOS as well, mind you. You know, he just didn't have anything that game. Bomber just tore him apart.
It seems like these guys won prizes for winning. That's a great way to
great incentive.
Incentivize your players. I really like it.
Give them some decent bank. You know, it's like, hey, I'll give you quite the raise if you win this game.
It's a really good idea. In fact, those guys came out to play. And the results do show. SBENU wins 3-1 over Jin Air.
What an upset. This doesn't actually get like isn't a bigger upset. There couldn't be unless Prime defeats KT today, Valdez.
Oh, yeah.
That is the only thing that could happen. Bomber looking so tired. He deserves some sleep.
Still wins the game. Just very straight up great play out of Bomber. I think SOS took just too many risks, though. He had, like, I don't know, just very early third base, not enough Colossi, bad positioning. Tried to rush out the Storm. He didn't have enough Storm. He had the Storm, but just not enough High Templar.
Too early for Storm.
Out of position. He was trying to transition into a bunch of gates. It didn't work out. He had 0-0 when Bomber hit with that last attack.
0 sentry as well, so no Guardian Shield, no force fields to help him out either.
kind of like a fluky game from SOS, and that's part of the reason why we voted against him, to be honest.
Yeah, very wonkadoodle game, if I ever heard one, Valdez.
Yes.
It's the best word for that kind of game.
Well, guys, we're going to hear from our MVP from SBENU in just a bit. Who do you think is going to be Moonblade?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's a tough one, Valdez. You're putting me on the spot. Let me have a quick look.
I think it's gonna
MMA.
You think it's going to be MMA?
MMA. For sure.
I don't know.
Trust me on this one.
I think Dongaryuta got a harder opponent, to be honest.
How much you want to bet, Valdez? We're doing it right now.
Put down $5.
Put down a beer.
All right.
1 beer, Valdez.
1 beer bet. Let's see how this goes down. Maru, the only win, of course, from Jin Air. Taking out Myungshik and embarrassing him. Making it look...
Shaming him.
Yeah. Myungshik, he's going to have a rough time tonight. Rough sleep after that loss.
I'm sure he's actually really happy with his team won, Valdez.
I don't know. I would not be happy losing like that, man. That would stick with me for a while.
Dude, it is Maru after all. Let's face it. That guy, he's done that to every Protoss he's played, including Stats and Zest in the last 2 games.
I guess the only person left really is Hero.
It's going to happen.
I'm sure it will.